Hi, my name is Brother Nathan Bell, and I'm looking forward to working with you this semester to learn a little bit more about marketing. Now, marketing is a term that very often gets misunderstood. It's often confused with terms like business development, sales, advertising, communication, and actually the first two companies I worked for after I finished school, neither one of them had a marketing department. But what I was able to learn is that the essential elements of the marketing process were still being performed. And what we're going to do briefly today is look through those essential elements so we can understand, no matter which department within a company might be performing those functions, we can understand what the elements of the marketing process are. Now, the first step in the marketing process is marketing orientation. This is more of an attitude than anything. Are we as a company oriented towards our market and our customers, as opposed to being oriented and focused on our own internal processes or our own proprietary technology or even our own financials? Now, those things are all certainly important, but they have to take a subordinate role to focusing on and serving the customers. And one of the key tools we use as we incorporate a market orientation into our company is research. And we'll study the various methods that we can use for research. The simplest one, obviously, being just going out and talking to your customers. Now, as we understand our customers better, we perform what's known as a segmentation. A segmentation breaks down the potential customers into groups based on common characteristics and hopefully meaningful to our delivering them the product or service that we're hoping to deliver. When we have that segmentation, we can move on to targeting. Which of those segments do we want to serve as a company? Ideally, which one of those segments do we want to target as a company? Which are we most capable of targeting? Now, once we've answered that question, we move on to what is probably one of the most difficult pieces and most critical pieces of the marketing process is positioning. Positioning answers the question, what do we want to mean to our target customers? What position do we want to hold in their hearts and minds? That question, more than any other, will drive the choices we make in the subsequent steps of the marketing process, which are often referred to as the tactical steps of marketing. They're the visible steps that most people will see when they think of marketing. Those tactical steps are quite often referred to as the marketing mix. And if you've had any exposure to marketing before, you've likely heard of the 4 P's of marketing, which is probably the most common framework for managing the marketing mix. Those P's, as I've laid them out here, are product, price, promotion, and place. Product can be fairly straightforward, but there's a lot of subtleties to how do we develop a product that will be meaningful to our customers. Price is much more complicated than just saying low or high. There's a lot of creative pricing structure that can add value to the market. Now, promotion, which I prefer to call communications, is by far the most visible part of the marketing process and absolutely what comes to most people's minds first when they think of marketing. That's the advertising, that's the salespeople out beating on doors or making phone calls, very visible and very prominently. And then the 4th P, one that actually weighs very heavily within agricultural marketing, is distribution. It's the place, the channel. How do we get our product from where it's grown or processed or manufactured to the end consumer? So as we learn this semester, again, I'm really excited. I think agriculture is a great place to be good stewards of the resources that the Lord has given us. I look forward to learning marketing and learning agriculture with you a little bit more.